Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Logeshan Padmanaban's World News. Let's look upon today's world news. It's humanity against the virus. British Prime Minister tells COVID-19 Global Summit. British Prime Minister Boris Johnson opened a virtual global conference on COVID-19 on Monday by calling on all countries to step up their efforts and work together on fighting the coronavirus pandemic, the most urgent shared endeavor of our lifetimes. The Coronavirus Global Response International Pledging Conference was co-hosted by the UK and 8 other countries and organizations including Canada, France, Germany, Italy, Japan, Norway, Saudi Arabia, and the European Commission. At the conference, Johnson confirmed the UK's pledge of £388 million aid funding for research into vaccines. This includes £250 million for the Coalition for Epidemic Preparedness Innovations to develop vaccines against coronavirus, the biggest such donation to the fund by any country. To win this battle, we must work together to build an impregnable shield around all our people, and that can only be achieved by developing and mass-producing a vaccine, said Johnson. The conference was updated on the progress at pace on vaccine development, with the University of Oxford and the pharmaceutical major AstraZeneca announcing a partnership to support large-scale manufacture and potential distribution of vaccine currently being trialed by the university. Kashmiri saffron received a geographical indication tag. The certificate was granted to the Department of Agriculture, Kashmir. Kashmir saffron has a unique identity and superior quality as compared to saffron grown across the world. It is famous and unique as it is grown at an altitude of 1,600 meters. The spice is derived from the crocus flower. The Kashmir saffron is long, thick, and has a natural deep red color. The deep red color of the saffron is due to the high quantity of crocin. It has a rich flavor because of the saffronal, and the bitterness is due to the presence of picrocrocin. Geographical indication tag is a sign on products that have a specific geographical origin, and the product may have special quality or reputation. By tagging a product will lead to overall economic prosperity of the producers. National Institute of Animal Biotechnology develops EcoSense, a tool to detect coronavirus infection. Researchers from Hyderabad-based National Institute of Animal Biotechnology developed a portable device, EcoSense. It can be used as a diagnostic tool for the detection of COVID-19 antigens. EcoSense will detect novel coronavirus antigens in human saliva within 30 seconds. The portable biosensor device can be connected to a computer or a cell phone via Bluetooth. It will help in boosting the country's efforts to fight against the COVID-19 pandemic. In subsequent tests, the device has proved itself to be stable and quite efficient in detecting the virus. The device will do early detection of coronavirus, which is crucial to help and manage the coronavirus outbreak. The new development bank's financial model can become a template to address natural disasters. In the global war against the novel coronavirus, emerging economies, many belonging to BRICS, have reached out to other countries humbled by the pandemic. India has reinforced its credentials as a rapidly emerging pharmacy of the world. As the world's largest producer of hydroxychloroquine, India has recently exported the drug not only to SAARC countries and to its extended neighborhood in the Gulf, but also to Russia, Brazil, Israel, and the US. This has set the stage for India to forge an inclusive BRICS-driven pharma alliance, which could also actively explore the production of vaccines. Despite fighting the virus at home, Russia too sent its doctors and virologists overseas, including the launch of the famous From Russia with Love air mission to Italy. At the request of US President Donald Trump, a Russian Antonov 124 packed with medical supplies and experts landed at New York's John F. Kennedy International Airport. Since Soviet times, Russia has top-of-the-line emergency services, which are equipped to handle any kind of emergency including biological attacks, nuclear radiation, and chemical weapon attacks. Jal Shakti Ministry launched Ideathon. Ideathon had created a framework called River Management in a city's urban river management plan. The National Mission for Clean Ganga Operation under Ministry of Jal Shakti and National Institute of Urban Affairs launched Ideathon titled The Future of River Management to explore how the COVID-19 crisis can shape river management strategies for the future. The move focuses on creating awareness about the ecological importance and economic potential of the rivers to help the cities. Ideathon had created a framework called River Management in a city's urban river management plan. It examined how the social angle of rivers can be leveraged to address other crises. An international webinar was to bring together close to 500 participants. The expert panelists were from different countries and international organizations. The Ideathon sought to brainstorm the learnings from COVID-19 pandemic, the following lockdown and its impact on river management. Interactive discussion on various aspects of river management was held during the event. PM paid tributes to the army personnel who lost their lives in Handwara encounter. Prime Minister Narendra Modi paid tributes to valiant soldiers and security personnel martyred in Handwara in Jammu and Kashmir. 5 security personnel, including a colonel, a major, and a sub-inspector, and 2 unidentified militants were killed in the anti-militancy operation in North Kashmir's Handwara area. On 2nd May 2020, an operation was launched in Handwara after the intelligence inputs received that terrorists took civilian inmates of a house in Changimul village hostage. The Indian Army and the Jammu and Kashmir Police launched a joint operation to save the civilians. An encounter started between the forces and the terrorists. The civilians were successfully extricated, but 5 security personnel have lost their lives and 2 terrorists were killed. The deceased senior army officers were identified as Colonel Ashutosh Sharma, Major Anuj Sood, and Naik Rajesh and Dinesh, Sub-Inspector Mohammad Sajid Qazi of Jammu and Kashmir Police Special Operations Group. 1 soldier was also injured in the operation. Singapore confirms 573 new COVID-19 cases. Singapore reported 573 new COVID-19 cases, mostly migrant workers, on Monday, taking the country's total count to 18,778, as the government extended for another week the strict restrictions imposed to stem the spread of the deadly virus. According to the Health Ministry, only 5 were the citizens and permanent residents of Singapore, while the migrant workers living in dormitories continue to make up the bulk of the remaining cases. Over the weekend, the government announced that some of the tighter restrictions put in place during Singapore's circuit breaker will continue for another week. They were to be eased as of Monday. The Health Ministry said 15,833 of the 323,000 migrant workers living in dormitories. And that's all from today's World News. Stay tuned with Logeshan Padmanaban's World News channel for more updates. You can follow us through Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram with the same ID. Thank you for watching.